second time, now what do you see? And the man responded, verse 25, last phrase, I see every man, how? How? Mercy. I see every man clearly. If every SDA would leave, even children, leave and present the message, those in the world will see every man clearly. They'll see Pope for who she really is. Because Pope claims to be the man of peace. No more bombing. No more bombing. When he's a man of war. Oh, we love children. Suffer the little children. But yet, he protects the pedophiles. Oh, I believe in freedom. But then he says, freedom of speech, freedom of religion have limits. See my point, friends? They need to see men clearly. But not only the man of sin, they need to see Jesus Christ clearly. If every SDA would live and present the present truth, what would be the result? We have come to a time, not only do we need to enlighten men and women in the world, but even professed Seventh-day Adventist leaders. November 2nd this week, I covered what's happening in Kenya. What is Kenya promoting? The president of the country of Kenya is promoting Babylon's draconian system. And the president of the Kenya SDA conference is also promoting Babylon's draconian system. Watch this. That's him, the president of the country. Hear what he says. Iris scan, fingerprint scan, or else you can't buy, you can't travel, you cannot transact.
I have been assured by all the stakeholders, led by the ministries concerned, that by December, we will be able to launch digital ID, where every Kenyan don't have to carry any paper, plastic or otherwise, as an ID, that they should be able to be identified digitally using their iris or their fingerprints, and we can transact without the necessity of people struggling to identify who.
Go and watch what I covered. I can't cover everything right now. There it is. Without it, you won't be able to access government services. So what if you are a government pauper? As we would say, dog, nyam your supper. May God have mercy on your soul. That was my Jamaican vernacular. Get back here. You can't access banking, nor can you travel. What about newborn? The newborn doesn't even have a choice in the matter. When you don't have a choice, you know it's draconian. Listen.
And in the long run, transit all that into a unique personal identifier, which we are going to give all newborns in Kenya. And it becomes their ID when they attain the age of majority at 18.
All newborns. There it is, friends. And it says, listen, the system collects the fingerprints of what? Fingerprints of newborns. And watch now. And voice biometrics of parents. So what if you have a child over there? As a parent, you refuse to give up your voice biometrics. The hospital may say to you, well, you cannot take your newborn home. So whose child is it? Come on, friends. It's not a joke thing. And now the government called upon the churches to influence all Kenyans to accept this draconian digital only system. Churches, church and state.
There was misconception of 666 and such kind, but we appreciate our leaders in the immigration for calling us, sensitizing us, also about the UPI.
In other words, since it's not 666, go ahead and take it. The very same thing they said to you, the pestilence 19 prick, it's not 666, so go ahead and take it. How many have perished since? Who received the prick? How many? How many have lifelong illnesses since then? Huh? If they really loved us, they would ban the sale of alcohol. I mean, should I start? It's a money-making thing. And you are their cash cow. Don't get me started. And watch now. Come off my screen.
There was misconception of...
And here it is. This is the SDA president of the Kenyan conference. He's also in league with all the other religions to promote the government. But notice, not the government. Whose agenda? Whose agenda? The papal agenda. Here he is.
One thing which has come out very clear.
Look at the words at the bottom. I'm not making this up.
One thing which has come out very clearly, and everyone should embrace this, is your own security. The moment the digital ID has been rolled out and the Maisha card, the issue of impersonification, where your ID is used by another party, will be a gone case.
There it is, friends. In other words, even that pastor, that conference president, needs to have his eyes what? Double anointed, deluded, ignorant. Take your hand out. God is going to reach folks if every Seventh-day Adventist would leave and present the present truth. What would be the result? Do you remember Wycliffe? Go to paragraph 4. Wycliffe was educated in the scholastic philosophy, in the canons of the Roman Catholic Church, in the civil law, especially that of his own country of England. In his after labors, the value of his early training was apparent. A thorough acquaintance with the speculative philosophy of his time enabled John Wycliffe, the Protestant reformer, to expose what, brothers and sisters? The Roman Catholic errors. What does that mean now? Because John Wycliffe, men like Martin Luther, were once a part of popery. They understood how it works. So then God could use them to wage spiritual war against Babylon and call people out from Babylon. Many of those who are going to be effective in God's hands in the last days are those who were once a part of Babylon. So be careful